Naman kami, no, yung Philippine General Hospital kasi, no, ang emergency room ng PGH, isa sa pinakamalaki na sa Metro Manila, no. Ang aming capacity is about 75 beds, no. For an emergency room, malaki na yon, no. But ang katotohanan po, ang average number of patients namin na sineserve ay 200% of our capacity.
Hi, I'm Christine Grace Giang.
Hello, my name is Lee.
So, hi, I'm Maria Joy Trisha at Vanessa.
Good afternoon. My name is Angelo Salvador.
Sobrang haba ng pila. Like, I've been there 12, we've been there 12 p.m. Then, oh my God, natapos kami ng around 9, 10 something. Kasi, in a public hospital, you have to like pila. And sobrang daming pila sa emergency and kahit sa other department. Kailangan mong kailangan mong matawag muna bago ka lapitan kasi nga, it's a number system. So that's my experience. And for as a relative naman na sinamahan yung parents ko sa public hospital, nakaka-stress siya to the point na hindi na din alam ng mga nurses yung gagawin nila sa mga inpatients nila.
It's for a procedure na outpatient sana about GP drains. So, we went there umaga. Nasayang kami after lunch na. If hindi pa kami naghanap ng kakilalang malalapitan, hindi pa masasalang kasi daming tao.
To go there because my mom needed someone to like take care of them. So, ayun. Once we got there naman, there was this one annoying part about it. Because my lolo was, I think, seizing. And I think there was a problem with his dad. But the thing was, it seemed like the oxygen tank was almost finished. So my mom just had to go somewhere to get one. 30 plus 7 before na namin nalaman na may oxygen pala. So hindi ko mali lang makita or mali lang.
My tita had to wait at least 6 months, or I'm not sure if it was 6 months or 8 months, but it was a long and tedious process. It wasn't just tell it like it is thing. They had to coordinate a lot, and the thing is, you couldn't even reach your cardiologist most times because they were handling so many patients.
Ang setup kasi is, so while waiting as ER kami for admission, ang nangyari is lahat ng bantay nasa labas ng building. So meron na silang parang tent lang siya, tapos mga monoblock. You have to bring your own chair if hindi comfortable sa monoblock. May isang electric part, sa isang charging area lang. So, ang nasa-feel ko doon is hassle siya. Mainit, malamok, tapos pag maulan din magpapasan siya. Hassle talaga.
This is a different hospital. Very expensive. Yeah, sa Palasan. Matagal kasi yung confinement nila. So, my lola, kasi our house is like a few cities away pa. So, we have travel 1.5 hours to 2 hours. So, they decided mag-stay na lang sa hospital. And syempre, wala namang extra bed doon. So, my lola slept on this like couch thingy. And then my mom sa upuan na lang and then we take turns.
There are no prioritizations of people. Everyone is equal. And that's the thing is, if you don't reach the cutoff, you go the next day. And sometimes you would waste a lot of money just going there. So my tita didn't necessarily feel prioritized, and she didn't feel comfortable enough. My tita had a friend. I know that she would go in the middle of the night to get stuff. She had to support, like get clothes from home.
Ang ginawa nila, since nasa emergency lang ako, then nakaupo lang ako sa chair waiting for my turn. halos nagkanda-uga-ugaga yung tita ko kasi may mga certain meds na kailangan tas wala sa like sa pharmacy nila tapos kailangan pa niyang umalis. Then yung food hindi pa siya provided so kailangan niya naman ulit umalis. Sa emergency pag sinabi kasing emergency isa lang yung guardian mo so kahit na masakit ng ano mo doon wala din talagang kasama mo.
My dad, who shouldered a lot of my tita's expenses. And that's the thing. Like, with public hospitals, they would just, you wouldn't have the complete cost of everything in just one paper. It would come in waves. And you would always be shocked na, oh, there's something else that I have to pay for. And it's that uncertainty. And the reason why people go to public hospitals is to, to lessen the cost of being treated well. And when costs are unexpectedly given to you, you kind of feel like they're not actually there to help you. Instead, it feels like you're not meant to be treated well because you did not pay for such a service. Yeah.
Ang nagbayad kami ng medicine so everything na isasaksak dun sa patient like mga IV meds, oral meds kami bibili outside kasi wala daw silang stocks. Lab test, merong lab test na nandun sa hospital pero meron ding wala na ikaw din ang babayad. And then for equipments, there was a time na pumunta kami ng Manila to find an equipment na wala sila.
They asked me if kung gusto ko bang ilakad sa Malasakit pero knowing na mas mahaba ang pila sa Malasakit is pinay ko na lang. Nagpay na lang ako.
Costs naman, may family, syempre ang bagan niya. Minsan yung tito ko, minsan yung ninang ko, minsan sila mapa, or mag-aapagan yung pinsan.
For me personally, I don't na sa iba. It feels like I'm a burden. Like, it feels like nandun lang ako kasi walang nag-aasikaso. Parang mafe-feel mo din talaga na naghihintay ka lang sa wala, ganun.
Definitely just another number waiting in line. Sometimes you wouldn't even be called by your first name. And it's just your queue number. Because it just felt like another case that had to be closed.
Mga kasama namin doon na nagkipag-away sa mga nurses, bantay, mga guards and everything. And then yun sa protected by the system naman. Well, yes, you are protected in a way na bibigyan ka nila ng pansin pero hindi ka nila tututukan.
I wish that for the government officials na they make it more accessible and huwag nilang bawasan ang budget sa healthcare. Yes, please.
Hopefully in the future na kaya nilang i-cater lahat, i-cover lahat. Kasi kaya nga naman lumalapit ang tao sa gobyerno kasi nangangailangan sila. So sana ando sila gamitin nila yung mga funds nila ng maayos para hindi na nahihirapan ng mga tao.
Sana maayos nila kasi grabe naman. Like, you pay taxes. Then, hindi mo maaayos ang isang public hospital or even the healthcare system alone. Kasi hindi nila na-experience the hirap of ng mga mamamayan kasi may mga kotse sila eh. So, sana maayos nila yon, hindi sila nagpapakasasa sa pera ng taong bayan na hindi naman sa kanila. So, Diyos ko, ayusin nyo.
Well, my answer to that is pretty simple. I would say that the government officials who make these decisions about public hospitals or give funds should be the ones to experience staying in public hospitals. Because it's true that if you don't know what it's like, how would you know what systems would be used to fix it? Because aside from my tita, I also had a lola who died in a provincial hospital because there were no doctors, because there were no funds. and again because of corruption. So there were a lot of cases, not just mine, wherein a lot of loved ones are being neglected because they can't afford to be taken care of. So yeah.
Listening to these stories, it becomes clear that the biggest challenge to health security is not simply illness, it is the struggle to access healthcare itself. Waiting up to 9 hours in emergency rooms, waiting months for surgery, overcrowded hospitals, and unexpected expenses turned what should have been a place of healing into another source of stress. Across the interviews, we saw that families often carry that burden themselves. They slept on chairs, waited outside hospital buildings for hours, searched for medicine and equipment unavailable in hospitals, and shouldered unexpected expenses despite choosing public health care. Instead of the system supporting patients, patients and their families often had to support the system. What stood out most was that no one blamed healthcare workers. Instead, they recognized that doctors and nurses were doing what they could within an overwhelmed system. Despite that understanding, many still described feeling like just another number waiting in line. These stories remind us that human security is more than surviving an illness. It is about whether people can access healthcare with dignity. When healthcare depends on how long you wait, how much your family can sacrifice, or whether resources are available, the issue goes beyond medicine. It becomes a question of whether the system is truly protecting